Okay, we're looking at a really cool ball head that I just got for another Induro tripod that I've added to my collection. Now I have three, and you can see this ball head is a heavy-duty piece, and that's a 3/8 inch threaded area to put it on the tripod. And this is the BH2. This one I think holds around 40 pounds, something like that. Don't hold me to that, but will hold quite a bit of weight, more than I'll ever put on it. And you can see the Arca Swiss style plate on the top there, which I really like. So this is going to go on the new tripod, which you'll see in a minute, and I'm going to show you the two Induro tripods that I've had for 5 years. Back when they first started selling tripods, I got a really good deal on a fairly lightweight Induro tripod and a fairly heavy duty one, both carbon fiber. Of course, with photography, everything's about trade-offs, right? If you want heavy duty, you get weight. If you want lightweight, you don't get heavy duty. And so, but these are a good compromise between the two. They're pretty strong for their weight, and they'll hold quite a bit. Now this is my lightest duty one. You can see that's a fairly light duty ball head on there, which is great for my Sony NEX cameras, even my A7R. No problem on this one, even with like the 24-70 lens on it. No problem whatsoever. Now if I were to put my D700 on there with the 70-200, that dog wouldn't hunt, so I'd have to use one of the heavier tripods. But I've got three now. I've got this one, I've got one that's a little heavier duty, actually quite a bit heavier duty, and then I've got one that's just what I would call a super heavy duty, which actually go like 7 or 8 feet tall in the air as well, which is a big advantage sometimes when you want to shoot down on the subject for a really cool focal point. So a lot of versatility here. You can see here I changed that receiver to the Arca Swiss type. I took off this one that came on it and I switched it over, so now all three of my Induro tripods will have the Arca Swiss type receiver. Here I'm unboxing the new one. I sped this up because this is boring, but I'm unboxing the new one, which is a CT214. That's the one that I'm putting the BHD2 ball head that I just showed you on. This is the one here, and this is the one I'm going to be using for Google panoramas and some other work. And you can see there, that's the threaded 3/8 inch threaded stud that we're going to put the ball head on. Now you pull that little thingamajig out and you can open the legs almost fully straight out, and so if you want to get the tripod real low to the ground for a shot, you can do that as well. So some really cool features. And you can see here I'm going to screw this on, and I just screw it on as hand tight as I can get it, and that generally works out fine. And then you can see there's three knobs. One, you loosen it to turn it around 360 degrees. The other one is a tensioner where you can set the ball head so it has a certain amount of resistance. So if you want to do like some panning or something, you can do that. It's kind of neat. And then the big knob just locks it down completely if you just want it rigidly locked down. And you can see again, that's the Arca Swiss receiver on there. So I'm going to have that on all of my cameras and tripods. And I just threw the A7R on there. I didn't even tighten down the connection there, so the camera's kind of swiveling around. Just to kind of give you a size reference, that's quite a ball head on there, and that will carry. I can put any camera I own on that, to tell you the truth. I could put my D700 with the battery grip with the 70-200, no problem. To the left there, you can see the 400 series, the C413. Again, that's one that's about 5 years old, one of the original tripods. The other one, the small one, is the CX113. By the way, this is what comes, these little kits come with all the tripods. This one came with the brand new one that I just unboxed, which again was the model number CT214. And here's the beast. This one I have like a tilt and pan head on there. Again, I got that about 5 years ago when I bought this tripod. And this one will literally go 7-8 feet in the air. I mean, it just goes way up there. What I did, the plate that comes on it is not Arca Swiss, so I got the little adapter to convert that over to Arca Swiss. And I'll put links in the YouTube description for all of the items that I'm showing you, except one of the tripods is discontinued. I'm sure they have a newer model that's similar. But you can see there how I've converted that over. I just took the Arca Swiss receiver and just bolted it right on there, and so now we're good to go with Arca Swiss connection on that one. And then again, here we are back to the CT214 and just showing you how that ball head works there. And this should be great for the Google business listing panoramas. I really believe in having high quality tripods, because you don't want your camera to fall off a tripod. You don't want it to be unsteady. You don't want to be shooting a shot and have the wind blowing it around or whatever. And you just want it to work. And when you're out in the field, you don't want to be fooling with a tripod leg that won't extend or whatever. And these are all weather sealed. These are designed to be in all weather conditions. They come with a 5-year warranty. Again, my two that I have that are 5 years old are still perfect. I mean, they work great. Here's one of the original ones right there. And again, that is the CX113 model, which is discontinued, but I'm sure they have something similar. I'm going to show you a real cool trick that it has up its sleeve here in a little while. That's a really unique thing and was one of the reasons why I bought it. Now there's the old receiver that was on there that was not Arca Swiss type. I just took out the screw. There you go. There's the little trick that you can do. You can pull the center out and you can pivot it around. And so imagine you could get your camera at all kinds of angles by using this device, and again by extending those legs out the way you can. I mean, you could get just about any camera angle you might desire. And a lightweight tripod like this would be great for all the micro 4/3 cameras out there, all the mirrorless cameras, the Sony mirrorless. And there's the Triad. I think the best tripods in the world. Let me know what tripods you use to carry your gear, and please subscribe. Thanks.